Good morning guys, it's 10:40 a.m. I did want to go online a little bit earlier, but it was showing that it's super quiet, so I stayed in, had some coffee, had some breakfast, and now I'm popping out. It's still meant to be a little bit quiet, but we'll see how that goes. I haven't uploaded the first video yet, so hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos. I'm always open to a bit of feedback as well, or criticism about the video if there's something you don't like. Let's get into the video. I'm online again with Ubereats. I'll always state that we're online with Ubereats just until I decide to sign up with another company, but again, just like I said in the first video, I'd like to get used to using one app for now rather than multi-apping straight away. So looking forward to this shift. Love doing this. I'm going to be out until about 1 o'clock today, so it won't be that late. Got to get back, I've got another job to do, and I'll see you guys when the next order's in. So I've just made it to the town centre at the moment. We're just waiting for an order. It's still super quiet. I've been online maybe about 5 or 10 minutes. We're just waiting. I cycled up maybe 800 yards, nearly a mile from where I was to the town centre. We're just waiting now to see if an order comes in. Alright, so we picked up our first order. I did have to wait quite a while. As I said earlier, it's super quiet. But I've just picked up my first order. It's going from Greg's on a pavement street apparently, which is where we're at right now. I've just picked up the order. It has one hot drink and some food. We're going 2.3 miles. Fingers crossed, traffic's alright. And away we go. Super quiet mornings lately. I've noticed, I mentioned that I think in the first video, that most mornings, the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, have been super quiet. It is what it is. I reckon it'll be more like a calm before the storm, to be honest. But yeah, I've got some music on, I'm chilling, I'm enjoying myself, and I'm just happy to be doing a delivery. Anyway, let's make our way to a customer. Alright, so we've dropped off that order. That was quite a long trek to go, considering that we had a coffee in our bag. I had to go over a field and lots of traffic basically through town, out of town, and over a field to basically quite far. By the way, as a heads up, if I call it town, even though York is a city, it's just something I've grown up saying. Maybe it's a Yorkshire thing, because when I was younger I'd go like, oh, you want to go to town today? You know, it was just something I would say, and my friends used to say the same thing. So I always call it a town, but yeah, it's a city. So, but yeah, just as a heads up, that's what I mean. Just got the next order in. This one is going 2.2 miles, if I remember rightly, from McDonald's. So we're going to go and pick up that order. I didn't even see how much money it paid, so we'll see how much money that pays in the end. Alright, so we have the order. There was a bit of confusion going on in the branch of McDonald's. The machines are updated or something. All the orders have gone all messed up. Anyway, within a couple of minutes of waiting, everything was sorted, and yeah, I wasn't getting too stressed. And I think that the last thing they want is for me to get stressed, so I just sort of cooperated and listened to them. And honestly, it took probably less than 5 minutes, but I think half the time it's not too bad if they communicate with you and tell you what's up. And as long as they tell you roughly how long it's going to be, in most cases it's fine. So, but anyway, we've got about another 1.3 mile to go. I've got enough food, I'm just cracking on, making good progress. Been a nice shift. I probably won't be able to do too much more, about another hour or so. And that's another one delivered. No issues, no worries. I think the lady just checked if her drink had spilt, and it hadn't. I like to go one step above and always ask people, you know, when I see them like unboxing or, you know, getting their drinks or food out, I'll always ask them, do you want me to take the rubbish away? You know, like, I'm sure I'm going to pass a bin anyway. But she was just like, no, yeah, I'm fine, you know. No problem at all. And, you know, as she's opening her drink, I'll say, is everything all right? And she's like, oh, yeah, that's great, everything's great. So I'll always like double check and make sure everything's fine, you know. I just, you know, I always say that to myself, but, you know, I've still got a lot to learn in order to bring warm food to the customer's door. or I always worry it's not that hot, you know, because I know what it's like when you order food online and, you know, half the time you get the food it's cold anyway. But I always go out of my way to make sure it is in the best way I can. I pack as safely as I can. You know, no one teaches you how to pack drinks and food. You just got to find a way, you know. But I believe that if you can go above and beyond a lot for customers, I think it does reflect a lot more. And you know, it's just about my own morals, you know. So yeah, I always think it's a good idea to be in that mindset of trying to improve on every order you deliver. You know, today I feel like I'm more than any other day, you know, riding carefully with drinks in my bag. You know, I don't know why. I feel like I'm just extra safe, like making sure I keep my back ultra straight, trying to avoid every bump I can. I do that anyway. I feel like today more than any other day. So that was only order number 2 delivered. I'm gonna see if I can find out how much money we made so far, because a lot of the time I accept these orders and honestly I'm not really looking at how much they're paying. I mean, granted, for me in York, you know, it's never less than £3 per order anyway, but sometimes I'd rather do a bunch of small £3-4 orders than a really far £9 or £10 order. I mean, maybe that's the wrong mindset. I mean, again, if you're a delivery rider or delivery driver, what do you guys recommend? But I try and take these, you know, these smaller orders. Short bursts is better than long bursts, but granted I've only had 2 orders pop up today so far. But I'll have a look now how much money we've made. So only £8.58 today so far. It's not a great deal, but you know, for what I'm dealt with on a quiet morning, I'm doing the best I can. Lo and behold, we have another order. This order is picking it from KFC. So I did receive an order from KFC, which again, if you can see on my phone, probably not, but see here, that's where I would have been able to pick up. So it would have been here to here. That's where I picked up, and it was just going to Holgate Road. Oh, speaking you shall receive, 21 minutes, Whitecross Gardens. Where is that? So picking up from here, let's take it, £4.32. Let's get cracking. Speaking of which, let's go. Hi, I'm picking up for a Holly for Ubereats. Nice one, thank you. Cheers. Smooth pickup. I have heard mixed feelings about KFC. To be honest, I think my first ever pickup a couple of weeks back was actually picking up KFC, and I'm not gonna lie, it appeared to be very, very miserable, to be honest. But hey ho, we've got it. Let's go. Yeah, so this order's going 1.8 miles. So it'll take me about 11 minutes. So we'll see if we can beat that in that time. It's currently 12:10 midday, so let's see if I can get there for 22 minutes past 12. Alright, I've just dropped off that order. It was a leave at the door, take a picture, which is fine with me, to be honest. I ended up getting there about a minute later than what it said, because actually yeah, about a minute later than what it said, because Uber Eats map sent me through a street, well, one, I don't know, and two, there's a side street that I still didn't see, which is what I'm going down right now. You can see the side street here, look. And I didn't even know this existed. That's the thing about doing these orders sometimes, is you don't even know some of these streets, and it's kind of exciting when you find out these new little ways you can go. But anyway, that's another order done. That takes us up to £12.90. Not a great morning, honestly one of the quietest mornings. I said that in the last video. Ironically, I bring you guys along and we get these quiet mornings. I don't just do mornings, I do evenings as well. Truth be told, I've never actually filmed in the evening yet. We have another order, just came in. No, we didn't. We missed out. From Mother Clucking Chicken. Oh, wait, did it go through? Look, start navigation. That was weird. Mother Clucking Chicken, 1.4 miles, 16 minutes. I missed how much it was paying, but let's go. It's around the other side of the river. It's okay, after you, you're alright. Picking up fruit, is it a me-s? M-I-S. Just that one, mate, yeah? It's okay, it's alright then. And that's that order dropped off. It's that takes us to £16.20. We're gonna get back. I've got maybe about 15 or 20 minutes left before I want to call it. I'm a bit deflated about the amount of money I made. 16.20. You know, I was hoping to make at least 30, but the first hour or so was just quiet. And even when I did start the shift, it was even still quiet. So I suppose in the long run, I've made okay money. But something I do want to make sure is that when we're doing deliveries, that I'll find a better way to present every video. As I edit them, I'll make sure I get, the right angles, turn on the orders at the right times. I've got to make sure I blur out the customers' faces and all that good stuff. What the hell is going on here? Part of the gang now. But yeah, hopefully this gives you more of a realistic idea of how many hours to how much money you can make. And obviously I'm based in York, so it's going to be different around the world or around England anyway, to how much money you make. This is just a little side gig for me. This is just a bit of extra pocket money, if you will. Like, my main job is something else anyway, so this isn't my only income. And obviously if it was, I'd be doing a lot more than 2 or 3 hours. I'm probably going to do tomorrow morning as well. Hopefully the weather holds up. The weather says it's going to rain tomorrow, so we'll see. But if you do like these videos, be sure to give the video a like and a subscribe. I'd love to dream is to get to 1,000 subscribers, but we'll just see. I'll just have to keep making bigger and better content, and high quality content as best I can. As I said before in the last video, that there is a microphone coming, so fingers crossed that audio will be better. I know there's about 7 motorbikes behind me right now, so I'm not sure if you can hear me very well at the moment, but hopefully the videos are bearable and I can improve in every video. So yeah, I'll see you guys if I can get another order soon. If I can or don't, I'll end the video and go over the summary of how many how many orders we did, how much money we made, and all that good stuff. It is important to remember that sometimes doing deliveries, you do still earn money when you're offline, because sometimes you can get tips, and it might only be £1 here, £2 there, or a £5 tip or something. But if there's anything before the end of the video or while I'm editing the video, I'll be sure to update anyway. But some days is good, some days is bad when it comes to tips. But it's never something I expect. It's just something that's nice as an extra bonus. But this is why I always try to do above and beyond for people. I feel like today I didn't have the camera on when I wanted to have it on, so I'll get better at this and improve in every video. So speaking of which, I just got another order at KFC, so we're gonna head there. I think it was £3. I'm really bad at this. I'll tell you all the earnings at the end. But yeah, well, this might be my last order here. This might push us up to at least £20. I'm not even sure how far it's going, but this will be our last one. Hello, picking up for an Adam. Thank you. Yes. Not too bad a pickup. Got 0.7 miles to go, that's alright. Alright, let's get going. Have a good day. Take care. I just gave the guy my parking spot where I locked my bike up. That was just nice old guy. He was just trying to lock his bike up and there was no room for him, so I gave him it. Hi mate, Ubereats. You got a 4-digit pin?
3796.
3796. That's your drink. And that's your food. Alright mate, enjoy your food, enjoy your day. Take care. Don't mind the pin, it just guarantees that we know who it is. And that is going to the right person. I'm going to get back to somewhere where I can do our earnings. Not bad. I mean, with the first hour was quiet, so I think £20 in what? When did we start doing orders? It was like 20 to 11. So what? In just over 2 hours, £19.50, and we had a quiet 20-30 minutes if you remember when I went online. So really, it's £20 in just slightly less than 2 hours, really. Alright guys, so we're back. I'm going to go through the orders we made. I can tell how much distance we did as well. But it says here we took our first order from Greg's for £4.15, going 2.48 miles. Next order we took from McDonald's for £4.43, going 3.58 miles. Then another £4.32 going from KFC. And then we did a Mother Clucker fried chicken for £3.30. That was going 1.67 miles. And then our last order was £3.27 going from KFC as well. So very quiet day today. Nice weather though, makes a change for from yesterday. Not much today. We made a whopping of £19.47. Not amazing, but this was just a little bit of an extra side hustle gig, whatever. I'm probably going to spend this on upgrading for videos like this. So but yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new around here, be sure to leave me a like and subscribe if you're new. If you're not sure about subscribing yet, drop me a like for now. Leave me a comment on what you'd like to see. If you want me to go through a full order or how Ubereats works and stuff like that, I'm happy to go through that as well. Or if you want some information about tips and hints on things you should take with you on your shift, like what I have in my bag, like what things you might need that you don't think about and all that kind of stuff. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the video. All the feedback appreciated, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, take care.